Bonjour et bienvenue à cette conférence de presse web du Concours international d'orgue du Canada. Welcome to this Canadian International Organ Competition web press conference. We have today listeners from the Americas, so good afternoon to you, and listeners from Europe and further east, so good evening to you and thanks for joining us. Plans for 2020 have been affected all over the world as COVID-19 is still a health concern, as evidenced by a statement from the World Health Organization. Partout sur la planète, les organisations doivent ajuster le déploiement de leurs activités et le concours ne fait pas exception. Afin de nous donner les dernières nouvelles, je vais demander au directeur artistique du concours et organiste en résidence de l'Orchestre symphonique de Montréal à se joindre à nous. Please welcome CIOC Artistic Director and organiste en résidence at the Montreal Symphony Orchestra, M. Jean-Willy Kunz.
Merci Claude. L'épreuve préliminaire du CIOC a eu lieu au début du mois de mars, ici à Montréal, et j'aimerais remercier les 5 membres du jury préliminaire pour leur excellent travail. Tout d'abord, John Grew, cofondateur et directeur artistique émérite du CIOC. Isabelle Demers, concertiste et professeur d'orgue à la Baylor University de Waco, au Texas. Christian Lane, concertiste, professeur d'orgue et lauréat du premier prix du CIOC 2011. Léo Marchildon, concertiste, compositeur, organiste à la cathédrale de Charlottetown à l'île du Prince-Édouard. Et finalement, Kimberly Marshall, concertiste et professeur d'orgue à la Arizona State University en Arizona. The level of talent and artistry of the 58 applications we received from 24 countries was exceptionally high, and the preliminary jury selected 16 candidates from 9 countries to participate in the 5th edition of the Canadian International Organ Competition. Beaucoup de choses ont changé ces derniers mois et il reste de nombreuses questions et incertitudes pour les mois à venir, notamment la capacité de voyager dans un environnement sanitaire sécuritaire, ou bien l'accès aux églises et aux orgues, ou encore la possibilité de se rassembler pour écouter de la musique ensemble. Or, le CIOC se fait un devoir d'offrir aux candidats, au jury international et au public des conditions optimales pour se préparer, pour participer et pour assister au concours. For these reasons, we decided to postpone the competition by 1 year, and the 5th edition of the CIOC will therefore take place in Montreal from October 11 to 25, 2021. La 5e édition du CIOC se déroulera à Montréal du 11 au 25 octobre 2021. Je remercie toutes les personnes impliquées d'avoir approuvé ce report et je me réjouis que l'ensemble des membres du jury international ainsi que les 16 candidats sélectionnés puissent venir à Montréal l'année prochaine. The répertoire for the first 2 live rounds in Montreal stays the same. However, we made a slight change for the program of the final round at the Basilica Notre-Dame. The imposed work by Charles Tournemire is abolished and replaced by an imposed work by Marcel Dupré from a selection of 4 pieces. J'invite donc les candidats à lire la mise à jour du règlement du concours pour en savoir davantage sur la nouvelle œuvre imposée. Le prix spécial Charles Tournemire est ainsi remplacé par le prix spécial Marcel Dupré, nous permettant par là même de souligner le 50e anniversaire de son décès. Voilà Claude, c'est tout pour l'instant, je vous repasse la parole.
Merci Jean-Willy. As much as we wanted to see you all this fall in Montreal, we will have to wait until October 2021 to host the contest. Ce report nous donnera à tous l'occasion de bien nous préparer, notamment les participants du concours. Le Concours international d'orgue de Montréal peut compter sur un jury de grande expérience. We can rely on the experience of an international jury, and please allow me to introduce 4 of its members. Tout d'abord, M. Bernard Faucroul de Belgique, Mr. Martin Baker from the United Kingdom, Mme Rachel Lorrain du Canada, M. William Porter des États-Unis. Je vous invite à les écouter.
Bonjour, ici Bernard Faucroul, je vous parle de Bruxelles où je suis confiné chez moi, occupé à faire beaucoup de musique, d'orgue, de clavecin et surtout de composition. Je me réjouis beaucoup à la perspective de me retrouver avec vous à Montréal en octobre 2021, de participer en tant que jury au concours international d'orgue du Canada. Montréal est une ville que j'aime beaucoup, j'y ai de magnifiques souvenirs, beaucoup d'amis et j'ai eu le plaisir de donner plusieurs concerts, notamment sur l'orgue Beckerat de l'Immaculée Conception, où j'ai notamment créé une œuvre de Gilles Tremblay. Voilà, je me réjouis infiniment à la perspective de toutes ces rencontres et je vous souhaite à toutes et à tous une magnifique préparation et beaucoup de plaisir. Au revoir.
Hello, I'm Martin Baker from London. For 20 years, I was Master of Music at Westminster Cathedral and am now enjoying life as a full-time organist, improviser and conductor, although that consists mostly of a lot of very useful practice time right now. I'm really looking forward to coming to Montreal in 2021 to be on the jury.
Bonjour à tous, ici Rachel Lorrain à Ottawa. Merci à Jean-Willy Kunz pour l'invitation. Je suis très heureuse de pouvoir me joindre à vous aujourd'hui. En cette période de confinement, comme beaucoup de mes collègues, évidemment, avec tous les récitals annulés, les églises fermées, mon temps est occupé beaucoup à mettre à jour mon carnet de commandes de composition. D'ailleurs, il y a beaucoup d'organistes qui me pressent de devancer les dates d'échéance parce que de remise d'œuvres, parce qu'ils ont beaucoup de temps pour apprendre des nouvelles œuvres. Alors, à ce titre, je suis très heureuse de vous présenter mon nouveau-né, Fantaisie et fugue sur un thème folklorique suédois que je viens de terminer. D'ailleurs, je suis encore en train de travailler dans le manuscrit de la fugue et c'est pour un excellent organiste suédois, Johan Hammarström. Et puis, bien, Johan, beaucoup de pages de musique et d'heures de plaisir. Et puis, évidemment, donc, je vais être très contente de me retrouver avec vous tous à Montréal en 2021. Et je tiens à souhaiter à tous les candidats la meilleure préparation possible. Vous êtes déjà des gagnants de participer à cet événement-là et de pouvoir participer même à la première épreuve à Montréal. Et puis, I wish you all good luck, all the candidates. I'm really looking forward to meet you in Montreal in 2021, and I wish you the best preparation, and you are already winners to get involved in this competition.
Hello, I'm Bill Porter. I live in Rochester, New York, where I teach at the Eastman School of Music. I teach organ, improvisation, and currently clavichord also. For 11 happy years, I lived in Montreal, where I also taught at McGill University. And I'm very much looking forward to coming back to Montreal for next year's CIOC.
Merci à vous quatre. To bring back the ambience of the competition, let's hear an excerpt of the winner of the 2017 edition, Alcy Chris, recorded during the first round. thank you, Elsie. It's always a pleasure to listen to you. Back to our jury member. It is truly an international jury as 7 countries are represented. À l'instar des 16 compétiteurs qui proviennent de 9 pays, il s'agit véritablement d'un jury très international où 7 pays sont représentés. Voici donc les 5 autres membres du jury. Patricia Wright, from Canada. Jean-Willy Kunz, du Canada. Louis Robillard, de France. Michael Kapsner, d'Allemagne. Dong-Hil Shin, de la Corée du Sud.
Hello, my name is Patricia Wright, and I am honored to be part of the 2021 Canadian International Organ Competition. I am Minister of Music at Metropolitan United Church in Toronto, teach at the Faculty of Music, University of Toronto, and through the Master of Sacred Music program at Emmanuel College, University of Toronto. I'm looking forward to meeting and to hearing all the fabulous contestants in the next year's competition.
Jean-Willy Kunz, France-Canada, organist in residence at the Montreal Symphony Orchestra since 2013, professor of organ at the Montreal Conservatory of Music.
Bienvenue chez Louis Robillard. Je réside près de Lyon. Là, j'ai enseigné une 40aine d'années au Conservatoire de musique et je suis encore organiste à l'église Saint-François de Sales. Cet instrument d'Aristide Cavaillé-Coll m'a toujours inspiré. C'est pour lui que j'ai conçu mes transcriptions, en particulier. Je suis très heureux de participer à la 5e édition du concours international d'orgue du Canada en tant que membre du jury. Et je tiens à dire que la création d'un prix spécial Louis Robillard pour la meilleure interprétation d'une de mes transcriptions m'honore beaucoup. Bon travail à toutes et à tous et rendez-vous au mois d'octobre 2021 à Montréal.
Michael Kapsner, Germany, professor at the Hochschule für Musik und Tanzlist Weimar until 2018.
Hi everyone, my name is Dong-Il Shin. I'm an organist like most of you guys are. I'm based in Seoul, Korea, and I'm sending my greetings from Seoul. I recently learned that the upcoming competition has been put off till next year. So I guess you candidates earned a free year, a bonus year to prepare the competition in a better condition, I guess. Well, I look forward to seeing you, all of you, next year in Canada. Bye bye.
Le jury est donc composé d'une grande variété d'organistes concertistes, liturgiques, pédagogues et compositeurs. A word for our 16 contestant, and a bit of additional stress, with this kind of experience, our jury members have heard it all. Chers concurrents, à vous d'impressionner notre jury. C'est le moment de vous présenter les concurrents de la prochaine édition. Nous aurons le plaisir d'en rencontrer quelques-uns par vidéo, et avant de leur céder la place, quelques statistiques. Au 22 octobre 2021, jour final de la compétition, la moyenne d'âge est de près de 30 ans. Le plus jeune des concurrents a 24 ans, alors que le plus âgé a 35 ans. 5 nous proviennent des États-Unis, 2 du Canada, 2 du Royaume-Uni, 2 de la Corée du Sud, et enfin un représentant pour la Russie, la Chine, le Japon, la France et les Philippines. Let's hear about the first 8 contestants.
Hi everyone, this is Haeyeon. I'm from South Korea and I'm currently doing concert exam in Stuttgart, Germany. I've been waiting for the CIOC for 3 years. I'm super glad to attend and looking forward to visit Montreal soon. See you in 2021.
Hello, my name is Andrew Morris. I am originally from Kansas City, Missouri, and I'm currently a master's student at the University of Kansas. I'm very excited to return as a competitor in next year's competition because the CIOC is such a fantastic event, and I'm very glad to be able to participate in it a second time, especially in the beautiful city of Montreal. I can't wait to see everyone there.
Hello, my name is Brian Anderson. I'm from Houston, Texas, where I work as director of music for St. Thomas Episcopal Church and School. I was a competitor in the 2017 CIOC. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to come back to Montreal a second time and give it another go. I'm looking forward to it very much.
Tom Rioux. Tom est né en 1997 et débute son apprentissage musical au Conservatoire de Caen dans la classe de Jean-Louis Basset au trombone, puis décide d'intégrer la classe d'orgue d'Erwan Le Prado. En 2016, il obtient le premier prix du concours international d'orgue Kurt Bossler de Freiburg-am-Breisgau en Allemagne et en août 2017, le deuxième prix du concours international d'orgue d'Armagh en Irlande et en juillet dernier, le deuxième prix du concours international d'orgue de St. Albans en Angleterre.
Hi, my name is Tyler Beamer and I am coming from Cardston, Alberta, Canada. I'm so excited to come participate in the CIOC competition in Montreal. Mostly I'm excited to meet all the other competitors. I feel like there's such an awesome community feeling when we all get together and we all just root for each other. It's this really awesome team spirit and I can't wait to get together with all of my colleagues and enjoy a good time in Montreal.
Alex Little is a British organist currently based in Oxford. Born in Norwich, England, he was a chorister at the Norwich Cathedral before going on to study at the Merton College, Oxford, where he was organ scholar from 2015 until 2018. He now travels to Copenhagen to study still-renowned Swedish organist Hans Fagius with a grant from the Eric Thompson Trust. He has participated in several international competitions, including the 2018 Northern Ireland International Organ Competition, at which he took the back prize and third prize overall.
嗨，大家好，我是朴真，我来自于中国，现在就读于伊斯曼音乐学院，很高兴能够参加这次比赛。2年前我第一次来到蒙特利尔参加 Linwood Farnham 比赛，我很喜欢这个城市，它的文化和建筑都很迷人。我很期待能够再次来到这儿和大家分享美妙的音乐。
Hi, my name is Brandon Santini, and I live in the Boston area. This is my second time participating in this competition, and I'm very grateful to have this opportunity again. This competition is important to me because it's an amazing experience, from the supportive community it fosters among the competitors to the highest level of artistry from everyone that you get to hear every day. I look forward to going up to Montreal in a little over a year and reconnecting with some old friends and making new ones from around the world.
Je vous invite maintenant à visionner un extrait du récital de Yuan Shen de Chine, prix du public Richard Bradshaw de l'édition 2017. Let's hear Richard Bradshaw's Audience Prize of 2017, Yuan Shen from China. Merci Johan pour cet extrait. Here are the next 8 contestants. Voici les derniers concurrents.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jelinek, and I'm coming from our nation's capital. I'm looking forward to this competition because I know it will challenge me to bring my playing to the next level.
Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Hina Ikawa, je suis candidate pour le CIOC. Tout d'abord, je suis désolée pour les victimes du Covid. C'est dommage que le concours ne peut pas se tenir cette année, mais je suis très heureuse de savoir que je pourrai participer au CIOC l'année prochaine. Je veux remercier grandement de m'avoir choisi lors des présélections des jurys et des organisateurs. J'espère que nous nous verrons à Montréal en 2021 et je vous dis à bientôt.
Hello, my name is Anastasia Kovbek and I'm from Russia. I was studying organ in Russia, Germany and Switzerland, and now I'm very happy to participate in Canadian competition next year. This is the unique opportunity to play music for many people all over the world who can hear organ music in real time and cheer for their friends and relatives. See you soon!
Aaron Tan is a Canadian organist, engineer, and pianist. He has won numerous noteworthy contests and scholarship in both instruments, including the first prize of the Audience Prize at the prestigious AGO National Young Artist (NYACOP) competition in 2018. Mr. Tan is currently studying at the Institute of Sacred Music at Yale University and also serves as organ scholar at Church of the Resurrection, New York City. As a scientist, Aaron holds a PhD in materials science from the University of Michigan and worked there as a postdoctoral researcher after earning his degrees studying polymer thin films.
Hello from the UK, my name is Ben Blore and I'm really looking forward to taking part in the next CIOC. I hope everyone's keeping well despite the current circumstances. I've been using the time hopefully productively to do a bit of practice. It's going to be my first time in Montreal, which is really exciting, so I'm looking forward to getting to know the city and to make some good music with my fellow competitors.
Bonjour, mon nom est Jocelyn Lafont, je suis organiste à la cathédrale de Saint-Hyacinthe au Québec et c'est un plaisir pour moi de savoir que je participerai au concours international d'orgue de Montréal en octobre 2021. Alors, ce sera une joie de pouvoir jouer de magnifiques instruments de Montréal et aussi de rencontrer de magnifiques artistes provenant de partout dans le monde. Alors, c'est une chance incroyable de rencontrer tous ces gens. Alors, au plaisir de vous voir l'année prochaine.
안녕하세요. 한국에서 온 문선아입니다. 현재는 독일 데트몰트호크 슐레피오 무즈에서 공부 중입니다. 이번 2020년 캐나디안 인터내셔널 오르간 컴피티션 인 몬트리올에 참여할 수 있게 돼서 무척 영광입니다. 이번 공코를 준비하면서 제 음악 인생에 많은 경험이 될 것이라고 생각합니다. 전 세계가 코로나19로 어려움에 처해 있지만 이 모든 상황이 빨리 진정되고 해결되기를 바랍니다. 그럼 그때까지 모두 건강하길 바라며 차오!
Hello, my name is Justin Murphy-Mancini. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and I am very excited to be participating in the Canadian International Organ Competition. I always love to meet new instruments, and I'm especially excited to visit the city of Montreal, a beautiful city, for the very first time.
Merci à tous ceux et celles qui nous ont transmis leurs vidéos. J'invite Jean-Willy Kunz à revenir nous dire quelques mots.
Oui, j'aimerais en effet remercier nos membres du jury, nos concurrents et toute l'équipe du Concours international d'orgue du Canada pour leur participation à cet événement web. We thank our jury members, our contestants, and the whole team at the Canadian International Organ Competition for being part of this web conference. Malgré la situation mondiale actuelle, les activités du CIOC se poursuivent, un peu différemment, un peu différées, et nous avons hâte de vous retrouver tous et toutes en présence, ainsi que sur le web. Et pour recevoir en primeur des informations sur nos prochaines activités, j'invite tous nos auditeurs à s'abonner à notre infolettre. L'onglet Infolettre est tout en bas de la page d'accueil du site du CIOC. Et à suivre les publications sur nos réseaux sociaux, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube et Twitter. Au revoir!
Si vous êtes curieux de vivre d'un peu plus près le concours, je vous suggère de visionner le merveilleux documentaire réalisé par Stacy Tenenbaum, Pipe Dreams, qui a suivi les concurrents pendant leur préparation et leur participation au concours de 2017. For all of us who can't wait for our next edition, I invite you to watch the exceptional documentary by Stacy Tenenbaum, Pipe Dreams, where we follow contestants of the 2017 edition as they prepare and live through the contest. I will ask former competitors Nick Capozzoli, third place, 2017 edition, Christian Lane, winner of the 2011 edition, and Alcy Chris, winner of the 2017 edition, to join us for a short chat. Alcy, Chris, Nick, let's talk about your best memories of your participation to the competition.
Claude, thanks so much for doing this. It's such a pleasure to be able to chat with you and to chat with each of the competitors that have been selected for the next competition. My best memory of doing CIOC actually came from 2008, which was the first time that I did the competition and was eliminated as a semifinalist. And it was just really a memory that encompasses the entire experience, which was positive from beginning to end, even though I did not win. And it was so positive, whether it be the communications that we had with jury members after we played, or whether it be the ability to interact with our colleagues over such an extended period of time, and just to be in Montreal, which is such a vibrant city. The whole experience just kind of encapsulated itself into the most positive competition experience I had had to date. And I was compelled to then return in 2011, where I then had the privilege of earning the first prize.
Hello, Claude. Thanks so much for giving me the opportunity to talk to the 2021 competitors for the CIOC. To each competitor, congratulations on how far you've made it. I know that the pre-recorded round is super, super difficult, so many of you talented organists made it through, and so many congratulations to you for all your hard work thus far. I'm joining you tonight from my house in North Haven, Connecticut, just about 15 minutes north of Yale. This here is my 1902 Steinway upright that I do a lot of my practicing on during the pandemic, and I've got some Dupre here on the piano. So that's a great question, Claude. My best memories from the competition are probably my interactions with the other competitors and the hospitality of the CIOC in general. Competitions are super stressful, and there's no getting around that. There's no avoiding it. All you can do is try to mitigate the stress and anxiety. And I think making those connections and identifying and sort of relating with competitors who are going through the same things and the same emotions that you're going through is really helpful. But also, the city of Montreal is just such a great place to relax and enjoy yourself. And so I just don't think there's any better place in the world to have an organ competition than Montreal, than to just kind of go outside and feel the European sort of aesthetic and also just enjoy yourself. I think also the preparation process was perhaps one of the, I think, more positive memories of just trying to gather myself to prepare what I wanted to share with Montreal. And of course, the supportive audiences. You can't find them anywhere else in the world like in Montreal. People are just so supportive if you make a mistake, if you mess something up. There's always fervent applause for each competitor, so everyone feels validated and wonderful.
So I think the best memories for me of the competition probably is after I've performed a round, the satisfaction of finishing the round, but also the thrill of hearing the applause and seeing everybody really warmly congratulate you. Of course, there's a lot of work that you have to do in order to get to that point, but I think my best memories have come from that final thrill of that last round where I just finished the last chord and it's thunderous applause for all the candidates. But I think that's my best memory.
Okay, maybe that's for the contestants of this year. What is the best way to prepare for such an event?
My best advice for the CIOC competitors is to know yourself. It seems kind of general, but it's really important actually. It first has to do with how you prepare for the competition from a year out all the way up until 5 minutes before you're supposed to go on. You have to have your rituals in place. Not everybody is the same. but it is good certainly the months before to practice the ritual of doing the competition. It's like, what will you do the day before? What will you do a week before? What will you do right before you play? So if you kind of have a playbook that you master, it's way easier to sort of tackle the competition because you feel as if you have a plan for everything. The other thing where knowing yourself is important is about programming. It is okay, certainly, to play pieces that are well known and that you play really well. But I think what really gets the judges over, and certainly the audience over, are pieces that are sort of special to you and unique to you. And I think it's within those lesser known pieces that you have the ability to show yourself. We've all heard Vidor Toccata from the Symphony No. 5 probably a million times. So that's not the best piece maybe to show off something unique about yourself. But if they're composers that you love and music that speaks to you, that's the music that you really want to program for the CIOC.
In terms of preparation, I think that any competitor that is accepted into this level of a competition is going to know what the best preparation standards are and procedures are for them personally and individually as musicians and artists. I think it's certainly important to remember that this is a lot of music to have at a very high level of preparation all at once. And some people find that very easy to manage and others more challenging. So map out a plan, a strategy, so that you can be not only practicing this music, but actually performing it before you come to Montreal, so that the first time you're playing for a large and important audience is not in the competition itself.
So the advice I would give to future competitors, something that I learned doing it, is to be yourself, to really enjoy your own voice, to be unique. Judges want to see that originality and that personalness of you come out through your playing. Of course, you have to really practice, you have to know your notes and everything. But at the end of the day, it's being happy with who you are as an artist and getting your message across to the audience.
Chris, you won in 2011. Nick and Chris, you were both at the 2017 edition. Did you keep in touch with the other contestants?
I have kept in touch with a lot of the contestants, and that's been really rewarding. And many of them now, many years out now, are my colleagues around the world, and that's been fun. And also many of the jury members too, I've been able to keep in touch with, which has been a real blessing.
I think during the competition, a lot of us became friends, particularly with people that we wouldn't otherwise have met because they live across the globe. I think after the competition, we all follow each other on social media, and we can kind of keep in touch that way, particularly in now these socially distant times. But I think also a big part of me keeping in touch with the other competitors was through the new Pipe Dreams documentary about the competition, and through the subsequent festivals and screenings, I've been able to actually see some friends that were in that movie.
We hear that Montreal is blessed with a variety of pipe organs. 3 of them were featured in many editions, like the Casavant at Notre Basilica, the Baccarat at the Immaculée Conception Church, and another Casavant instrument at the Saint Jean-Baptiste Church. What did you think of these organs?
Oh yeah, Montreal has one of the best collections of organs in North America. And in some ways, the city itself, if you're studying organ, is a teacher of all different styles and periods. For instance, the organ at the Immaculate Conception is more geared towards Baroque music and some neo-Baroque and neo-classical repertoire. But it's such a sensitive organ that it really does teach you a lot about touch and about articulation. And as we say, it kind of separates the men from the boys. I think that's exactly why the first round is held at the Immaculate Conception, because that organ really doesn't let you get away with anything. So I think in that case, it's a beautiful instrument, but also really great for teaching and really great for honing your craft when it comes to early music. Saint Jean-Baptiste is the most powerful organ that I know in North America. Certainly I can't put it above Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, but it's one of the most powerful instruments, and it's also equally unforgiving. I think has a lot to do with the way the console is laid out. The keys are very deep So you press and it speaks, but then you can go down a lot farther. And that kind of trips people up a lot. So you really have to be sort of well practiced at kind of keeping your fingers off the keys when they're not playing for Saint Jean-Baptiste. And also being careful not to over-register, but certainly one of the most amazing instruments in Montreal. And Notre Dame, of course, the Basilica, that instrument is legendary. And I think certainly its strengths are the fact that it's so versatile. And I think that the competitors can use that to their advantage. You can pull off pretty well transcriptions, French music, Baroque music as you need. So I think certainly for the final round and for that organ, you want to avoid being too French because it can do more than that. And I think that the space is so inspiring. When you see the sanctuary, you're just so inspired to really let the organ sort of speak in all of its glory.
Competitors have access to 3 major instruments of Montreal, 3 very different kinds of instruments. Notre Dame is the most historic, really cool because it's an old port and it draws a really great crowd to it. The Immaculate Conception has a very generous acoustic, which is great for organ music. But the cool thing about this upcoming competition is that competitors will play a newly restored organ. This Von Beckerat organ underwent several tonal revisions, as well as some work with the action. And I think my favorite is Saint Jean-Baptiste. It's a very eclectic organ and has everything you need for the big romantic music. And it's just such a thrilling sound with this very powerful sound to it, and I think competitors will really like that.
The 3 organs we use for the competition are each really quite special and behave, as we look at the stop list on paper, as one would expect for the most part. I might just give 3 words of advice. Number 1, bring a recorder so that when you're practicing, you can put the recorder out in the room and actually hear afterwards what the relationships of the stops are so that you can fully understand what the balances are in the room. Number 2, be aware that the 2 electric action instruments each use the SSL list system, which is not widely used these days, and it's not a standard sequencer system that just advances from one memory level to the next in order. So we will provide you with materials, videos, and written materials to acquaint you with that system before you arrive, but be sure to understand how it works, both its benefits and its limitations, before you show up in Montreal so that you don't have to be stressed trying to figure it out in the moment. But again, we'll provide you with the materials to do that. And number 3, the acoustic in the last venue for the final round, particularly when we have the numbers of people that we normally get for the audience of the final round are present, is not as live as one would hope. So just keep that in mind as you're preparing. But they're all 3 great instruments.
Alcy, Chris, Nick, this is great, and I'm sure our 2021 contestants would discover treasures during their visit to Montreal.
Well, hi from my socially distanced backyard just outside Rochester, upstate New York. Yes, CIOC was the last one of a handful of organ competitions I did. Miami, the Maida competition in Los Angeles, St. Albans, the AGO improvisation competition. I'd say CIOC is probably the one I'm most proud of, particularly as with most of the others, getting audience prize as well, because it's very important for me as a performer to form or feel there's some kind of connection with the audience. It's all about communication, otherwise what's the point? On that front, I guess something that makes the CIOC different from most other competitions is the degree of autonomy you have in repertoire selection. I can honestly say it's the only competition I've been in where I didn't have to play a piece I didn't like. Particularly remember the recording round for St. Albans back in 2010 or 11 was an old Paris Conservatoire test piece which I hated. I learned it, recorded it, never played it again. CIOC, I took quite a lot of time on my programming, learned some stuff new, some stuff was already in my repertoire, but I really loved every one of those pieces, and I hope that came through. I guess maybe the audience did feel that. Congratulations to all the competitors selected for this time. If nothing else, you're just going to have a fantastic time in Montreal. CIOC takes care of the competitors extremely well. It's really nice being put up in a hotel rather than with a host. Even though they're usually very nice people, you have more of your own space, of course, and the per diem is very gratefully received. It's a really nice atmosphere. You make new friends. There's as much practice time pretty much as you could want. I think I spent most of those 2 weeks practicing in one of the churches till about 11 at night, then meet up with a couple of other friends in the competition, go for a drink to close out the day. Just a really enjoyable couple of weeks. The final round really is a sort of gala atmosphere. It's really a recital, not a test. And I can honestly say it's the first competition where I actually really just enjoyed playing. So congratulations all, good luck, and have a fantastic time.
Pour terminer cette conférence de presse, je vous invite à écouter un extrait de la ronde finale du concours 2017. Nous avons hâte de vous retrouver en octobre 2021 pour écouter les merveilleux talents qui se joindront à nous, et d'ici là, portez-vous bien. We'll end this press conference with an excerpt from Elsie's performance at the final round of the 2017 edition contest. And we look forward to seeing you in October 2021. Until then, stay safe. Here's Elsie.